Tonight, making his first appearance at the University of Mixed Martial Arts is 25-year-old Chris Jenks with champ Krew and MMAFC. Sporting a record of no wins and 1 loss, Chris Jenks coming in. Is it no wins and 1 loss?
I think so. I think that's how you say it. Yeah.
Chris but we also have, it says there's a win there too.
That's interesting. Yeah. We're not exactly sure, but what we do know is that Chris is coming to us with a first-degree black belt in American Tang Soo.
Very dangerous.
Tang Soo Do, very dangerous. He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. I've seen a grappling match of this. Of his, he really likes to play that open guard inversion, which can be exciting and fun and kind of confusing to somebody who does not know what to do with it.
He also has a very heavy top game in the jiu-jitsu world as well.
Which can definitely be a factor. So I'm seeing Marcial wanting to keep it on the feet. I'm seeing Jenks want to take it to the ground. And all of us being very pleased with what we're watching.
Probably a classic striker-grappler matchup. Let's get things kicked off inside the cage with Salvador Arellano.
Our next fight of the evening is brought to you by The Grinds at 1601 in Hermosa Beach. Scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage with a record of no wins and 1 loss. He stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 167.2 pounds. Representing Team Quest, originally from Whittier, now fighting out of Temecula, California, Armando Marcial. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a grappling practitioner. He comes to this fight with a record of no wins and 1 loss. He stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 166.2 pounds. Representing MMAFC from Whittier, California, Chris Jenks. Referee in charge of the action, Alex Smith.
3 2-minute rounds on their way in the welterweight division. Armando Marcial in the black trunks. Chris Jenks in the gray trunks. This is the University of Mixed Martial Arts. It starts here.
Ooh, Marcial going for those strikes right away, looking for the heavy hit.
We talked about those heavy hands of Marcial. Nice connection early on.
He is looking for a haymaker.
You know, when you watch the UFC, 170 doesn't seem that big on television, especially compared to the 205ers.
170s are big guys.
170 is big. Those guys are big.
170 pounds, that's a lot of muscle to carry around.
That's a lot. And you got to think 170 really means between 180 and 190.
Correct. Trust me, if you got hit by a 170-pound guy, you know it.
Oh, absolutely. So far, very measured pace from both fighters.
Yes.
Feints, feeling each other out.
Ooh.
Marcial misses with the overhand, Jenks with the counter.
It seems like Marcial is looking for that haymaker instead of setting up with combos. We're seeing Jenks use a little bit more combos and trying to get in there with the kicks, and it seems like Marcial is just looking for that one-shot punch.
Really excellent body shot from Marcial. Jenks, outside, inside.
Nice kick from Jenks.
Corner of Marcial giving some striking holes from Jenks' game to their fighter. It's got to be interesting as a fighter to hear the opposing corner breaking down your game.
I would think that's really interesting. You're like, you know, I can hear that, right? I'm surprised we haven't seen Jenks go for more takedowns. He did attempt 2 takedowns, but I'm really surprised that we didn't see more from him, because Marcial is very clearly looking for those one-hitter big shots.
Well, Jenks also, though, appearing very confident. You saw the head movement, getting out of the way of those strikes exceptionally well.
Absolutely, doing a great job utilizing his kicks and trying to set up the combinations. Both fighters playing their own game, definitely.
You know, one thing that we tend to not think about with these amateur mixed martial arts fights is that sometimes these fighters might be coming in with an agenda that isn't based purely on winning the bout.
Absolutely. That's the beautiful thing about amateur fights, because their records do not count against them in the pros. So, like, if you do want to come in and try out a new style or challenge yourself to use your not strong style, then this is the perfect place to test that.
Chris Jenks looking good so far. Armando Marcial looking dangerous across the cage.
Both fighters looking very composed, very non-amateurish.
Absolutely, especially considering how that each of them only has one fight on their record.
Absolutely.
Very impressive skill set so far.
Their training is definitely showing.
Well, Chris Jenks trains in the corner tonight with him is Roman Puga, who's an absolutely firestorm of an amateur mixed martial artist that we're hoping to have here at the U sometime soon. So Jenks obviously with a talented camp.
Absolutely.
Marcial, of course, as well with Team Quest.
Yeah, that's a pretty good team. Okay,
Some people have heard of him.
got a couple good guys.
Nice outside leg kick,
Nice
timed
kick from
really well by
Marcial, yeah.
Marcial.
Nice kicks. Now we're seeing a little bit more kicks from Marcial and using more combinations. But wow, 3 kicks in a row from Jenks.
Out,
Fantastic.
in.
Woo. Man, these punches and kicks are hard. Hearing them ringside and hearing that slap.
Even worse, some of these thumps.
Yeah, oh, like that?
That's a few times now that Armando has led with that high left hook and hit that body hook with the right.
Both fighters using a lot of feints, using a lot of footwork, using a lot of head work. Nice kick from Marcial.
Yeah, I'm
Jenks was
impressed by
able
the
to duck
kicking of
underneath
Marcial.
it, yeah.
30 seconds remain in the second round. You gotta wonder, with all those leg kicks that Jenks is throwing, is there enough time in these amateur fights, also taking into account the shin guards being on the leg,
Yeah.
for those leg kicks to do more than simply score?
Yeah, the shin guards definitely come into play. The kicks aren't going to be as hard as they might be just with a bare shin. And so you can withstand a lot more.
Oh, big right hand!
I think that Marcial might have been saved by the bell with that.
Very possible.
He looks a little, his bell got wrong.
His bell definitely got rung there. You know, he's pointing to the back of his head, but in an exchange like that, you can't call it back of the head.
Absolutely.
Let's go to a replay here. Take a look at that strike one more time. Nice body shot from Marcial. And yeah, that did catch.
It glanced. It glanced off the side of his head. It looked
I
like.
wouldn't say it necessarily caught the stripe on the back, but it definitely was a nasty one. Let's take a look at that one more time. So you have Marcial throwing that right body hook.
And then coming.
And then
right in with that
overhand right.
Yeah, okay.
You could make an argument. It's tough to see from this angle if it's exactly back of the head.
Yeah.
But again, a referee can't call that.
Right.
The back of the head argument for striking really applies more to when someone's
When you're
on
in like
top.
a ground and pound situation, somebody has the back or in the guard.
I mean, many head kicks do touch the back of the head to a certain
Yeah,
degree.
because your foot will wrap all the
wrap
way
a little
around
bit.
your opponent's head. Yeah.
The big question is, has Armando had enough time to recover? Although it's also important to note that a wounded animal is a dangerous animal.
That's true.
Round 3 on its
I
way.
don't think we can question the toughness of either of these guys.
No, both these guys fighting at a very high level, especially for amateurs in their only second fight. We were saying before, though, about those leg kicks.
Wow.
6 minutes to accumulate leg kicks isn't much time.
Doing a great job with his footwork.
Absolutely.
You see that big welt on his back? Is that from a kick?
Not entirely sure.
I feel like Jenks is doing a great job timing Marcial's punches and just getting out of the way. But he didn't get out of the way of that kick.
Oh, and that got tagged his inside knee a little
hurt,
bit there.
yeah.
You saw
That looked like
Jenks
it hurt.
flex the knee. Well timed by Marcial. He kicks a little bit
check,
softer with that.
Marcial's dropping his hands a little bit. I'd like him to be a little bit more careful with that.
The body work from Marcial, very impressive. You don't see a lot of that in the amateurs.
Yeah.
That's a well-trained boxer.
Nice kick. These guys are landing some hard kicks. Tonight is the night of kicks at the U.
50 seconds left in the third and final round.
Oof. This is a great matchup in that these guys are able to counter and attack each other and meet the other's attacks a lot. That was a nice, I think Marcial landed that.
Now, we talked about those leg kicks accumulating, but Marcial, I'm very impressed. He didn't look like he had a massive kicking game, and we've seen him land a bunch of nasty ones today.
In round 2 and round 3, we've definitely seen him up his kicking game. We've only seen Jenks go for the takedown. We haven't seen any takedown attempts from Marcial.
10 seconds left. Will they turn it on?
But we've seen more than enough kicks and strikes from these two. Fantastic fight. They are both going to be in a big round tomorrow.
Wonderful performance from both fighters. Armando Marcial pumped up. He's got to feel good about that performance in round 3 after taking that nasty blow in round 2.
Absolutely. Round 3 was a pretty even fight.
Both these guys, really, really high skill set.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'd say their fight IQ, very high. Both of them knew exactly what they wanted to do and executed their plans.
I gotta say, I am a little surprised that we didn't see the ground game of Krew Jenks come into play more.
I'm very surprised. But you said it earlier in the round, he might have come in and decided not to go to his go-to thing and really test his striking, which I think he did a great job. We saw his footwork. We saw him gauging the strikes coming from Marcial and getting out of the way plenty of times. I mean, he ate a lot of shots too. Both of these fighters did. But I think they both did a fantastic job with their game plans tonight.
Very well fought by both 25-year-olds this evening. Armando Marcial again on a team quest. Krew Jenks with Champ Krew and MMAFC. Those leg kicks from Krew Jenks, a little bit of that first-degree American Tang Sudo black belt.
Yeah, I mean, they both have some really nasty kicks tonight. They're both going to be limping tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow. That's gonna be rough for both of them.
They're going to be sore.
We talked about the versatile striking attack of Armando Marcial. We saw straights, we saw hooks, we saw a lot of really excellent body shots that were set up by attacks to the head.
Absolutely.
We saw some excellent leg kicks. Both fighters put on a great performance. Let's go inside the cage for the official decision with Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. First judge scores a fight 29-28. Second judge scores a fight 30-27. Third and final judge scores a fight 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Armando Marcial.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Armando Marcial. Armando, we saw you throw some wicked leg kicks that had me hurting on the sidelines over here. Was that part of the game plan coming in?
Actually, no, man. The coaches told me, throw them. You're heavy, man. They're heavy. So I threw them, and it worked out. Let's just do it, you know? Did it.
I think that's a very effective technique you got there. Now, we saw at the end of the second round, it looked like you got dropped. You got stunned there. What did your corner tell you, and how'd you keep your composure and come back and win?
Honestly, I don't even know what he caught me with. I fell, popped up wrestling. Next thing you know, bell rang. Got in my corner, and they were like, don't even worry about it. So I didn't. Just kept on going, man. Do it.
Anybody you like, who got you the most prepared for this fight coming in here?
All my coaches, man. Everyone, all my homies, my girlfriend, everything, man. My family, throwing all the support. Awesome, dude. If it wasn't for all of them, I wouldn't even be here. So, and glory to God. God, best, man. Shout out to Team Quest, all my homies, my cornerman right here, everyone over there right there, all my homies, my mom, my love, my girlfriend, everyone, man. Thank you, support. Thank you, man. Love you guys.
I want to thank you for a wonderful fight. Give it up to Krew Jenks as well for putting on a war.
Hey, more to come. Promise you that.
Give it up for Armando Marcial, ladies and gentlemen.
Obviously pumped up tonight, Armando Marcial earning the unanimous decision win. And I think the story of tonight's fight was those leg kicks.
Absolutely. That was a hard-fought win for Marcial. He had to earn every point the judges gave him. That guy is a heavy hitter. Heavy kicker, obviously. We saw his opponent limp at the end of the round. I think they're both going to be hurting a little bit tomorrow on those legs, but Marcial did a fantastic job with those heavy hits, with those body shots, with those kicks. Great job all around.
We did see Chris Jenks limping on the way out. Due to the work of Armando Marcial, your winner by unanimous decision.
Please